has to do it. Okay. Oh!
Fart noises for the win.
All right, here we go. Hey, Fiends, and welcome back to another episode of
Let's Get Spooky.
I'm Leanna Vamp.
I'm AJ.
I'm Ashley.
Are you?
Keep it together.
I'm Ashley.
Yes, I am.
Today we are talking about travel terrors. We've all had them. Well, again, this is a thing that, what was the last one? We're like, we've all had them.
Allergies.
Like, nope.
She's like, psych.
So we all are, I would
AJ's
say,
an alien, actually.
she is.
She's a tall gray.
Maybe like I'm an alien and I've come here, but they've implanted memories in my head, but they're all good so that I can
She lacks the sensations, essentially.
Of all of the bad.
Of terrors and
allergies.
Like, she's literally an amorphous blob with
it's
good
like,
eyeliner.
It's like
And
weird
gray hair.
because I'm like, obviously these aren't things that you want to experience, but then I come to like this and I'm like, dang it, I don't have anything to talk about. I don't have any horror stories to tell.
Which is great. I
Which
would
is
love to
normally
be,
good, but
right.
now I have nothing to talk about.
Oh, we have shit to talk about.
I guess you don't want to have to relate to all the things we're going to talk about because I would say we're all avid travelers. We've all traveled quite a bit.
Yep.
And I enjoy traveling. I enjoy getting to the destination because of, I would say, my travel terrors. I don't enjoy the traveling portion because I've had so many things go horribly wrong. But do you guys like traveling?
What do you mean, like, traveling? So, like, because basically there's flights.
Yes.
And then there's trains, and then there's,
I've never been on a train. Well, I've been on a
Trains
train,
are
but I've
the
never really
boss.
traveled by
I'm
train.
not going to swear because I will, and I'll say, like, it's something fucking great. But I would give it a title to say that it is elite above actual, like, airlines because, like,
Train over airline?
like, trains are amazing because any train I've ever been on, it's by sea, and it's always, like, you see
Beautiful scenery.
It's just like it's out of fucking Mordor, but like lighter.
Depending on where you're going, I guess.
I mean, it's like if Mordor turned the lights on and it wasn't like a sepia tone, and it was just
doom
like
and gloom
it was just like,
to?
ooh, look at those like crazy crashing waves that could blow over this whole train. This is beautiful. But yeah, like,
so you'd prefer train travel over like driving
Hell yeah.
or airline?
driving?
yeah, I hate driving. I don't like people who drive. I don't
like being
I don't
in a
trust
car?
people who drive. I'm that person who like holds the thing.
Oh, what do they call it? Shit handle? Or something like that? I don't know.
I like road trips, but it has to be with someone who can drive. Like, you drive really well.
Okay.
Karen is
Throwing shade.
We had a girls' day. You were working, which we were sad because
Yeah.
you couldn't come. But I was driving around and we went to pick Ashley up and she was like, "Can I just say that you're a really good driver?"
Oh my
And
God,
I was like, "Thank you very
relieved.
much."
Like,
She's like, "Cameron's crazy."
No. Like, she
I don't drive
takes
like a
like
grandma.
she takes her time. And
do.
I was like, if I was on a road trip, we'd take our sweet ass time.
Yeah,
Like,
I get a little bit of road rage, but it takes a lot for me. I'm more concerned. I would say I'm a better driver when other people are in the car because I'm obviously more concerned for your safety than my own, which is obviously not good. But I appreciate that you think I'm a good driver because I think I'm a great driver.
Yeah, but flights are fine too because they're fast.
So, what's your favorite? Have you traveled by train?
No. Well, there was like one time that I did, but it was only like an hour.
Yeah, I've
so
done,
I
like,
wouldn't
short
count that. That was like
distance.
forever ago. I mean, I like road trips because you can like, I don't know, it feels like if you're with more than just yourself, it feels, I don't know, it's like more fun. It's like more of an experience.
You can take your time.
You can take your time. You can like, stop at a gas station and get a bunch of awful food that you shouldn't be eating, or like do like the little stops to like the banana museum, like the super weird. There's a banana museum, and it was really awesome. But yeah, you can like pull off and like find weird stuff like that. Planes are cool too. I mean, they're kind of quick. I mean, you can get to Florida in like 5 hours.
I love the food selection
like,
on a plane, I must say.
Are you the one who buys like the little boxes of stuff?
Plate?
Oh, I do buy those too.
So I have a method. If it's less than 3 hours, I do not partake in the food, but I partake in the beverage, whatever time of day it is. But if it's more than 3 hours, there's always like a cheese tray. And
the fruit and cheese platter.
And then everyone always judges me by the way that I present my cheese on the items that is also creating.
Do you like display your platter?
So they'll give you grapes, and I'll like take a piece of cheese and I'll like wrap it around the grape, and like And
I would judge you.
People think that that's barbaric, but I feel like that's just me innovating my own charcuterie.
Yeah, it's
I'm
for
like
travel.
15,000 fucking feet in the air. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I could die.
Eat your cheese and grapes how you want. Don't let people judge you.
So I like to partake in that, but I like planes a little bit better because I feel like I'm safer, which is weird because
They do say that. They say that.
Oh well, yeah.
You're more likely to get in an accident on the way to the airport than you are on a plane, and that's just because
Uber drivers.
Yeah, it's like all the other factors of like all the other people in cars who don't know how to drive.
Absolutely, yeah.
Versus
one
like
pilot
there's one
or two
pilot
people
and
flying
there's
the plane. Yeah. I would say that I enjoy traveling more now because I feel like I'm better at it. I pack better. I feel like I'm a little bit more efficient at it. But at the beginning, I hated it. I get car sick, so road trips kind of suck. I get plane sick. I get anything that moves. I get sick.
Gross.
So
we were talking before this about how you get roller coaster sick. Like, what can you do, girl?
You know, I have medication that I take, or I have these like really nifty. They're bracelets, and they're like pressure point bracelets. Yeah. And those work really well. So now
is it
that
like Life Alert? You're like,
No,
holy shit, I'm going
when
too
you're
fast.
in the air, you can't call anyone to help save you. It's essentially a bracelet with like a plastic ball on it, and you strap it on your wrist, and it pushes pressure on like this little area that helps relieve
Which
motion
somehow,
sickness.
Are you joshing me right
No, it
now?
actually works. It's like 3 fingers above where your wrist is, and if you push right here, if you get motion sickness, it helps.
Oh my God, I'm going to do that tonight.
Maybe it's not real and it's just my mind playing tricks on me, but for me it works.
That sounds like a Wish.com item that
It
like you
actually
fucked
probably
up
could
on.
get
They
it on
probably
Wish.
have some, yeah.
It's probably $3.
A ball on a wrist bracelet?
Yeah.
Well, you
for your motion
know,
sickness.
For your motion sickness pleasure.
Or
there you go.
another method is I just sleep on a plane, and that usually helps.
Can't do that.
I can fall asleep. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I can kind of curl up in the seat. I'm like a cat, and I can like just fall right to sleep, and I'll wake up. Well, there was one time that I flew to Florida. I did an red eye, and I took a sleeping pill just to help a little bit, and I closed my eyes. Thankfully, no one was sitting next to me, so I was able to kind of do one of these. Oops, sorry.
Oh,
sorry. So I was able to kind of like lean a little bit, and I woke up, and they were passing out drinks, and I'm like, okay, and I fell back asleep, and then we landed.
Oh, that's amazing.
always
And I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Like for me, like I have to get a window seat because I'm neurotic about someone having to take a piss or something.
And having to get up.
So if I'm ever in the middle seat or the end, I'm just like kind of asleep, and I'm like, what if someone has to shit?
Yeah.
And
that
like
would-
I just feel like that bad person who's gonna like lock them in with my stupid legs.
But
They'll wake you up.
I also feel bad if I have to pee and the person's sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And because I usually do window seat too.
Yeah. Because it's a nice little crevasse, and you just like put your sweatshirt, and you're like, oh, look at
lean
me,
into
I'm a
it.
hamster.
See, these are all things though that you learn from traveling. You're like, this makes my experience better.
Yeah.
But sometimes things just go horribly wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I would say that I have a laundry list of things that have gone horribly wrong. And to the point where I'm like, why do I do this to myself? But I found a list because I feel like this will be fun. And it says the 11 worst travel nightmares. So I'm just
Is it all from Spirit Airlines?
they didn't disclose where
Because that's a thing.
these are just generic things. So I'm going to go through the list, and you're going to tell me if you've had this happen to you or not. So number 1 is a canceled reservation.
No.
I've had them move my flight where I'm like, wait, what?
Same.
postpone.
Same.
Oh, wait, no, I've had cancellations because Burbank to SFO is awful. Like if you don't take the very first flight, it'll get like the rest of ones are either delayed or canceled. So I mean, yeah. See, another thing is going into this, I think when I think of that, I'm like, oh, that sucks, but I don't think it was like
it's
travel.
not like a deal breaker
Okay,
for me.
so yeah, I've had that.
This is the first thing on the list.
Okay,
Number
yeah.
2 is lost wallet.
Never.
I'm going to lump a couple of these together.
How could you lose your fucking wallet? It's
Wait,
your
listen,
pants.
lost wallet or passport?
I lost my license.
Okay, that sucks.
But that was when I was coming back. So like, obviously I was able to because you need your license to.
You need identification, right? So most people lose their wallet or their passport, like they'll put it in the seat back pocket, and then they get off the plane and they leave it.
I left
Because
my
they dum-dums.
phone too. but in the bathroom.
It's because you're dumb.
Because you're dumb.
I was like, I got off the flight and I'm like, I need to pee real bad. So I went and peed and then I put my phone and then I left the security area. So I couldn't go back into the thing to get my phone. So I had to go and talk to the person at the desk and be like, my phone's in there. I promise it's there. It was a whole thing.
This is where I think that I'm not OCD, but I do have a thing where I'm like I check, I'm like, passport,
They're
do I
still
have
there.
my phone? Like, I'm like, ooh, boobs are here, phone is here.
I got it all. I can leave.
Everything's here.
I feel a little light in the chest today. They might
I
be
don't have
gone.
my phone. So the next one on the list is a car accident. And most of these are related to like, I guess they're just saying travel in general.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how a car accident, I guess if you're saying if you're going to the airport.
Never happened.
I didn't.
say no.
My mom and I were driving. We went to go visit my grandpa in Arizona. Yes,
Somewhere not in
Arizona. Sorry.
California.
But we rented a car and we wanted to go. This was like because my mom and I, we love stopping off at weird places.
Banana
I went to the Bananas Museum with her. But we wanted to go to this, I forgot what the shop is called, but it's a shop where they just have like a bunch of random cool, weird stuff, like food products, like the kind of place that has like 50 different sodas and stuff like that.
God, I love
So
those
we
places.
wanted to drive there. So we were trying to go pretty quick. And we took this one road and it was pouring rain and we got a flat tire.
Oh no.
And then we were pulled off to the side of the road and it's me and her and we're trying to find the like replacement. Cause I can change a tire, which is really surprising. Like I somehow know how to change a tire without someone showing me. I was just like, I just kind of can do it.
On a rental car,
But on a rental car, it's like trying to find where it is, where the stuff is. And it was pouring rain and we're in the mud. And then a car pulls up and it's like two guys and they come out and they're coming
Serial
towards us.
killers.
And I'm just like, we're going to die.
Yeah.
Like, really? Cool. Okay, we're going to die today. But no, they actually like helped us and I felt really bad because the guy had like really nice, like brand new white shoes and he was getting them all dirty.
Got them Nikes.
So like we gave them money because we're like, I feel so bad. I just ruined your shoes. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. And he got in the car and left. And so, yeah. Okay. So maybe some stuff
she
has
gave
happened
us
to me.
money. We're not going to kill her. I'll just
Yeah.
take it.
Like a car crash, but like a wreckage of situations.
That's an unfortunate like hitch
Yeah.
in the plan. So next one is lost luggage.
Yeah.
Which my
I've never
luggage
had
always
that
gets
happen.
lost. Always.
I've
Yeah.
never.
Always. I literally
Mine's
bought
rare.
trackers. I bought those little tile trackers because our luggage would get lost so much that now I have little like Bluetooth trackers in it. So I know where it is at all times.
I'm at the point now because Matt is don't check a bag because one, you have to get to the airport like 2 hours early just
Right.
to make sure it gets onto the plane.
Get it all in a carry-on.
And so because traveling with him so often, he would shame me to when I would ever need to check a bag to where now like I will do like we did a week trip. I forgot where we were going.
How?
And I had just my carry-on.
No,
Nope.
not going to happen.
A carry-on and a
That wouldn't even
backpack.
carry my shoes and my hairdryer.
No, that's not going to work.
And
for
I
me.
carry my Conair from 1993.
the one that catches on fire.
Oh yeah, like if you heat it for more than like 3 minutes, it sets your hair on fire. But like
Whenever we travel, the bathroom always smells like burnt hair.
but it's like a nice smell where you're like, wow,
It's a nice smell.
I've
nostalgia.
Really,
Nostalgia.
yeah, I've survived a lot. It's
the
survivor
next,
smell.
The next couple on the list are very like jumbled out of order, and I don't understand because the number 7 is lost child.
Well, we
And
don't have
who
those.
loses their
Apparently, it happens quite often because children go
they run
astray.
off. Well, I guess that's like why when you go to like theme parks and the people have their kids
the
on a
backpack.
leash,
Yeah.
and you're
I would
just
love
like,
to be able to
I
why?
have my kid on a leash probably because I feel like then you don't ever have to worry about them running away.
I guess,
when they're
I would
little.
have them on a
train
double
them.
leash, like
Train them to
Rudolph
not run
style,
away.
where it's just like
So they like,
Rudolph. I would name my kid Rudolph. I don't care.
are you
if
going
it's
to
a
be
boy,
on like a little sled so they carry
Yeah.
you around?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the next ones quickly. So arrested overseas. None of us have been
No.
arrested overseas. Natural disaster. I've never.
I mean, turbulence is a thing which pisses me off.
Ooh, our plane
We
got
don't
struck
like
by
those.
lightning
Oh,
once.
that's terrifying.
It was crazy. Okay. Oh my God.
See, you have things. You didn't even know you had things, but you do.
Oh, JK, my fucking plane got struck by lightning, but I have no things.
Well, and then
Okay,
there's like another
Jesus.
thing where when I fly, I always travel with Matt, or like when I would travel with like my Bob, this is probably
With your
super
who?
with my mom.
with your Bob.
With my Bob. When I fly with Bob, you know, Bob.
That's her blanket.
But when I fly with people that I care about, I'm always like, if the plane goes down, like, this is probably so dark. I'm like, whatever, I'm with someone I love. So what does it matter?
I'm always alone.
You've been with me.
What did that mean? Did we even sit together?
No, I don't think we did.
See? Fuck that shit.
So when things like that happen, I'm always like, oh, okay, whatever.
I always say that too, because I was afraid of flying for a long time because I watched too much like Final Destination and I thought everything in the world was ending. And I always think now when I travel, well, you know what? If the plane goes down, I've done a lot of cool shit in my life.
Yeah.
Like if this is a way I go out, that sucks, but I'm like, I'm okay with
If
it.
is this the time that's supposed to happen? I guess it's, because at that point it's like, it's a I don't know.
It would be a disaster, and hopefully you would just hope it happened quick. I just don't want to ever be shipwrecked. I don't want it to be like a lost situation where the plane crashes and I'm stuck on an island for years with strangers. That's not ideal.
Baboons
but
and
I just
stuff.
assume that it's kind of like, it's my time. Obviously it's my time. But then I think of the Hook quote where he's about to get on the plane and they're like, and he's like super afraid to fly. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's not your time. And then he's like, but what if it's the pilot's time to go?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Or like,
then
what if
that
it's
sucks.
someone else's, and it's not my time, but it's like
Just
Bob,
suicide mission.
Bob.
Do you know how to fly the
3
plane? If
seats
Bob
behind
dies?
me it's his time to go.
Well, let's just all knock on this
That's when you
wooden
get a fanny
coffin
pack
table
with a fucking jetpack in
that
it.
doesn't happen. Just make sure to in your carry-on
I
as
always
well.
travel alone, so if I die, I'm just dying alone, and I'm just gonna be like,
No, you're not necessarily. There's a lot of other
There's a
people
lot
on the
of
plane.
people around you.
I might pray to a god.
To Jesus.
Yeah, I'll be like,
to AJ because she gets
No.
struck by lightning
No
and
one's
survives.
Satan.
Okay,
Oh,
so the
shit.
last two are a misconnection, which I feel like that happens
That's happened
often.
once, yeah.
And then lost items, which is basically the other one. So I got a 4 out of 11, which I feel like is pretty good.
I have like a 2, but like I have also incidences where like I will get, and I don't know, I feel like this is a thing with traveling where like you get extremely gassy on the flight. Like you get,
bubble gut?
Yeah, like
Bubble
bubble
gut.
gut. Like
Bubble
no
gut.
matter where I go, I land and I'm like, God damn, I feel like I'm full of some fucking farts.
Full of farts?
You need to
Like,
get
thank
some.
God I'm single. Like, if I had to meet someone I loved and I'm like, oh, I gotta fart it out for a few hours.
Listen. You know they sell, Beano, like the little thing, the gas pills. They
I've
make
never
a little
taken-
travel.
I've
Beano.
never taken those, but
Throw that
I feel
in
like
your
it's
purse.
just a thing with the air pressure. But like that pisses me off. Where I'm like, what if I had to meet someone for like a
What
sexual
if-
encounter?
Or like,
shit.
what if someone
full of
you
gas.
meet someone and they're like, I'm going to sweep you off your feet and take you on
I know,
this
like, I'll
beautiful
sweep you off with my
vacation,
farts,
and you're
holy
like,
shit.
no, I'm going to power this plane on my own.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, and then I just lay down in a hotel bed and I'm like,
Whoopee cushion.
yeah.
You
I'm
need to
like,
get some Beano.
like,
I feel like
what is
Beano
that?
Beano would help
And then
you.
also, doesn't it fuck up your skin? Like, am I crazy?
Beano?
No,
Or-
the plane.
Oh, yes.
Like,
yes.
it fucks up your skin.
It's
Yeah.
a combination of altitude,
so
the air.
dry.
It's dry. The things
Yeah.
are dirty.
Every
you touch
time
your face.
I get so broken out, and I'm just like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm using my skincare.
Well, I always see people, I don't always see, but like I'll see people like post about them traveling and they'll do like face masks
Yeah,
on the
I
plane.
see
I'm
that.
like, how can you do that?
I do that sometimes. If it's an international flight, like I'll have my dinner and then I'll go wash my face. I'll do my face mask because I'm gonna go to sleep for like
Yeah,
6 or
that's
7
true.
hours.
I
I
can
like
see
do my
that.
routine, but not like a 3-hour flight to Denver.
I don't
Yeah.
think to bring that shit. I'm just like, I'm gonna bring some extra peanuts in case they have.
You're
some
just full of
issues.
gas.
I bring a Pringle. I
like
like Pringles on the plane.
Peanuts, if they have a little Jameson available in the gift shop, I'm like, I'm just gonna have my peanuts and my jams. I'm gonna like try not to
Jams?
fart my way to the moon. Hope I land successfully.
I mean, flying with you, we need to sit next to each other next time because it sounds like way more fun.
No, I'm not fun.
Those farts.
All those farts.
Yeah, you want to
Maybe
be
not for that
in
part.
that enclosed space next to Farty McGee over here.
No, because
Maybe
they don't
not.
happen until it lands. It's like it's as
fine.
if like my whole stomach
She
is
fills
like
up with gas the whole entire time.
it's like a hot air balloon, and then when I land, it's just like.
You need to,
But it's 2 days of that shit.
oh, so you need some digestive
Like when
pills.
I was, where did we first land? Did we first land in Boston? I think
Yeah, we went to
I
Boston.
tried to hide it so well. And thankfully,
know you-
Abe fucking snored so loud.
you were able to hide the
yeah,
farts.
the snores covering up the
Yeah,
farts.
but shit, man.
Okay, so
Literally.
we're gonna get to a point in this episode.
I don't think so. I think this is it. I'm sorry. I am
is it.
so sorry. This is it.
So you kind of had some stories that you didn't even know you had, but
Yeah.
you want to start Ashley with your travel
Well, did you ever
terror?
say your lightning story?
You got struck by lightning.
Yeah, we were flying and there was really bad turbulence, and the lady sitting next to Matt and I was already like having a freak out. and I don't think, it was raining. So like, it was like a weird
Could you see
kind of
it?
situation. So the plane got hit. And then we saw this light flash. So I thought the lightning like went through the plane or something. I was like, what?
Straight through the plane.
But I don't know. Then the lights started flickering. And then the lady next to us screamed really loud. And Matt and I just started laughing, which I don't think she appreciated. But I start laughing when I'm in like an awkward situation
you
or
get
like when I'm
nervous.
freaked out. So I just started laughing. Oh, I feel so bad. For that
Did
lady.
she see it or did she just like freak out? Because
You just heard it. Like it was like a
Oh.
really loud like
a
whack.
crack?
Yeah, like a crack.
And then when you guys landed, we're like, by the way, we got struck by lightning, motherfuckers.
No,
Thanks
like,
for surviving.
5 minutes or like a couple minutes after, like when the lights were finally like normal and we were kind of like
not
the
shaking
turbulence
around,
wasn't
yeah.
as nuts. The pilot went on, or whoever was up in the front who has a microphone was like, yeah, so we did get struck by lightning, but it's okay because planes are equipped to deal with this. So don't worry about it. Nothing bad happened. We're totally fine. So, I mean, I felt
I
fine.
mean, even if
fucking
it wasn't
shitting my pants.
if it wasn't totally fine, I feel like they wouldn't have told
my
you
history
just
with
yet.
like thunderstorms, I'd be like, never going on a flight again.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was fine.
your travel terror is thunder.
My land terrain terror is thunder.
Yes.
Like we know that. But my terrain terror was in Iceland because if you've ever been to Iceland, which have either of you been to Iceland?
I have
No,
not.
I wish.
Well,
It's on
like
the bucket
basically
list.
it's like an area, any like rural scenario. Like Iceland, like when you land, you're in Reykjavik and it's like, ooh, that's the city. Oh shit.
Is it a big city?
It's big for Iceland. So when you land in Iceland, obviously like there's the airport and like for me, like I have never been to Europe and I don't know if I think it's a part of Europe, but I've never been abroad other than Canada.
That was like your first international.
I was like,
experience.
wow, I'm an adult. Whew. So, and this was in 2017 and so we land and we're good. And like, I'm with all my Swedish friends because I have a lot of friends in Sweden and they're like, come on, come dance with us. And I was like, okay.
So they
Come dance
talk.
with us kind of for like 8 days. So we land and like, I don't know like foreign travel. And I assume like foreign travel, like you rent a car, you drive, there's things in every destination, blah, blah, blah.
Like you have your experiences here, you just assume it's the same in
you
Iceland.
just like you drive and you get what you need and you go. So like we would travel. First of all, Iceland, no one tells you the whole fucking country smells like a fart.
That's because you arrived.
No, it wasn't me. I swear to God, this is the first time it wasn't me.
Fart lady showed
we
up
land,
and all of a
because
sudden the whole
everything-
place.
And I love Iceland. Like I want to go back. Sponsor me.
I don't think they will after this.
No,
You told us to smell
I
like
did not
farts.
realize. So there's very special parts that smell like sulfur. So sulfur smells like farts. It's also a
rotten
thing
eggs.
with Satan, but I don't think Satan and
I don't think Satan was
Iceland
there.
are correlated. So a lot of Iceland smells like sulfur. So we got to our Airbnb and it was beautiful. And my room, I think it was on a very sulfur orientated.
It was extra
No, it's because you were right.
No, it wasn't. I swear to fucking God.
It's the
Strike me
Iceland
down with
smell.
lightning if I'm
Smell
wrong.
mixed with your farts was just making
I didn't
something
even
special.
Fart. I didn't even fart. I didn't fart that
even
whole
fart.
trip. I was literally constipated the whole trip. Not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
Because shit was hard, literally. But anyways, my bedroom was like on a
extra sulfury.
It was like on a sulfur belly button, where it's like,
Do they not have like Glade air fresheners? Or you plug
but
them
the
into
water smelled like sulfur. Everything. So like,
Oh.
I guess.
A big volcano.
I guess you get used to it though. So like
Yeah.
like for a few days we were like, okay, this is great. So then we started driving and you know, Iceland has different terrain. So you're like going through natural roads and you're going through fucking rugged as shit roads with like mud and like depending on the season, it's muddy as shit.
What season were you?
I was in June, so it was like the ideal where it's like cloudy and not rainy. So we're going to, first of all, if you Google Iceland, there's like a black church. Ooh. So we went to the wrong black church because there's two. So we drove 7 hours to the wrong black church. We're going through this mountain on this horrible, almost Prius-like vehicle where we're turning on the mountain on these dirty ass roads where I'm like, we're going to die. Cool. At least we have a Frodo moment where I could look over and be like,
This is beautiful.
Frodo might be over there. So we get to the black church and we're good. And we're like, let's get this fucking photo. It takes 10 minutes. And then we're like, let's drive 7 hours
when
back.
did you realize it was the wrong one?
When we Google it and we're like, why does it have white molding? Oops. So then we're driving back and obviously I'm not Swedish. And I keep hearing my friends going, oh, we don't have enough petrol. And I was like, what the fuck is petrol? What is that? Is that like alcohol? Is that avocados? Is that what is that? And they're like, oh, it's gas. So we literally have to roll down the mountain.
No.
And then because there's no service when you're out there, so there's no Wi-Fi. So if you run out of petrol, you're fucked
like that in a high-pitched voice?
no one can hear you because there's no Wi-Fi. So you can't call 911 if 911 is the thing in Iceland. You're just like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. So we managed to roll to a gas station. And all I remember is that whole day we lived off of like Snickers bars and I just smelled like a fart. And then we took a nice jacuzzi photo where I looked like shit and it was posted and I looked like I wanted to die.
And you want to go back.
Yeah.
It's just not have that experience.
But it was just kind of like, I don't know. It was so bad that it was iconic. And I feel like a lot of my experiences are so bad they're funny. And I think that's my whole life. It's like
funny
it's so
after.
bad it's funny.
Like while it's happening, it's kind of like it's shitty, but then afterwards you're like, haha.
And
back
also the
and you're
sun
like,
never went down, so we're up 21 hours.
Oh,
and I'm just
no.
like, I smell like a fart.
I don't know what time
we don't
it
have enough
is.
petrol. I'm living off of cream cheese sandwiches and
What?
Yeah.
I mean, sounds delicious. I can't eat that,
Well-
but it sounds delicious. Is it what I imagine, just like bread with cream cheese on it?
Yeah, because things are so expensive.
Oh, well, it doesn't sound like a very fun adventure.
Well, it was fun. Ish. I would go again and do it differently.
You know, if you were
Everyone off
travel
camera is
agent,
laughing at you right
I
now.
would just really reevaluate my situation and
better
what
planning.
And also now you know what to expect.
Right. It's going to smell like
So
a
you
fart.
know when you get there, it's going to smell like farts.
Just bring your
Yeah.
Febreze.
But I mean, I've lived with guys before, so I'm like, what else is new? I just have to be like, I'm living with a guy.
You just went into it. You didn't
Yeah.
expect that.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a shock.
It was stanky business, but I would do it again. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay. Should you want to go next or?
Well, I don't, like I said before this, well, I didn't think I had any like travel nightmares, so I didn't have any stories lined up. But one thing when Matt and I always travel, I think I talked about this in an earlier episode, but whenever we travel somewhere, we usually do like a ghost walking tour or some type of like walking tour where like you get, so you can kind of like hear like the spooky stuff
Like
about
history,
like the kind of like the spooky historical stuff about that area that you're in. And then you also kind of get to walk around and see everything.
explore, yeah.
So that's definitely one thing that we always kind of look to do when we're traveling. But we were, I don't know if your story has to do with Airbnb, but I was thinking about
does.
Airbnb and how I've never done an Airbnb and it sounds really scary to me for some reason, but I was thinking about how, like, you know, they have like the Lisa Frank one, like they have like themed
Yeah.
ones. They have like a Harry Potter house where everyone's like trying to, then I was thinking like, does anybody who has like a haunted house, do they put theirs up and go, hey, my house is haunted, come stay in it? And I actually found a few, which was really cool. There's one that's, this is the title. The Haunted House, Apartment 302. It's an 1885 Victorian home in Ontario, Canada, and they say that they have guests have seen an apparition of a man in a suit standing in front of a mirror.
Sounds like a party.
And then they also have there's one more figure of an angry woman wearing a dark blue blouse and a skirt.
We don't
Not
like
a
angry
party.
ladies.
Yeah, so
No.
that I don't know if I
Together?
want to stay there. Yeah, all in the same. That's like
in that
some of the
same room?
hauntings
No.
that people report. It's $92 a night.
Well, that's really nice.
The house is really
It's
cool
reasonable.
looking.
That's pretty good.
For the whole house?
Unless
No,
they're-
it's a one
For
room.
the room. Well,
yeah,
I mean, I would say for the whole house, but
yeah. Then there's the Stroud House, haunted house, which is in Wake Forest, North Carolina, and they say that guests have reported hearing footsteps in the hallway or upstairs. The hall and basement lights turn on and off. There's shadowy figures in the kitchen and glowing orbs in the living room, and they have a music box that plays by itself. And you can stay there for $60 a night.
That's
That's not bad unless they're cleaning free. Fee.
Cleaning
One more
fee.
time.
It's up the ass. I was gonna say if it's free.
Yeah.
But then I combine two.
Yeah, I don't. And again, I don't know how Airbnb works, so I don't
They
know if
usually
these are
charge
good
you a
prices or
gnarly
not.
fee.
You've never done Airbnb?
I like
I'm blind,
hotels.
bro.
So
So
you've
I
never
love it.
lived, but you don't really need to.
I
do it if
like
you don't-
hotels.
I do like hotels.
Like,
I don't
I-
like hotels.
The niceties that hotels have, I'm kind of all
But now
about.
that I know there's creepy cameras, I'm just not gonna.
Well, wait, don't ruin it. There's one more. The Manor Master Chamber.
Ew,
That
that sounds
Castle?
like a
That sounds
sexual
like a-
thing.
Very
It doesn't
sexual
sound right, but it's in 1883, and the outside looks like a castle.
like a good
It's in
castle.
St. Paul, Minnesota, and this one is actually like really cool looking. They have a dog that I guess hangs out too,
that's fun.
which is really fun. But it was voted most mysterious house in St. Paul by Pioneer Press. So obviously you want to stay there.
Of course, I
Or
want to
they're
stay
just
there.
hitting their tourist travel points there. Like,
But
ooh, the most.
I'm peeking on your notes.
I wanted-
price
I
is
wanted
very
to
the price
high.
is $76.
$76 for a castle with a dog
Yeah.
and
I
haunted.
don't know if it's like a room, but they were also saying like it's perfect if you want to do like a murder mystery party. Like you can host your murder mystery party at their house this place, but they say it's haunted by Rosalina Finn, who died of typhoid fever in the early 1900s.
So she's just hacking up a lung?
She's
Like-
just kind of in the middle of the night. She's just coughing.
nice. Coughing straight out of the coffin.
But yeah.
I mean, I never thought to even look up haunted
Like
Airbnbs.
haunted.
I've looked up haunted hotels, but I've never even
So
Yeah, I look up
what's
haunted
weird
hotels.
is when I went to Port Townsend, Washington, we were in like a very haunted location, and then there was this house because I was going for like a road trip photo shoot thing, and it was like this house from like the 1860s, and it was like super old and fucking creepy, and I was like, this stuff is fucking haunted, and it wasn't, but like I was expecting it because it was so old and
looked old and creepy.
So I asked them too. I was like, is this haunted? They're like, no, it's just really old as shit. I'm like, fuck. So like, I don't know. I feel like if places are haunted, they should just say it.
Yeah, these
And,
ones like in the description, it was
yeah.
like in bold. It would be like, just a heads up, this
It's-
place is haunted.
yeah.
Like, we have had reports of this stuff, and the comments were great because they'd be like, oh, it was a nice stay in a haunted house, or like people going, there was like little things, but nothing totally freaked me out.
Yeah, I mean, because there's two sides of it. There's the people that want to go for
Yeah.
that experience, and there's other people that are like, I just want a good deal that's $76.
That's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I'm the good deal girl. You're
just
like
want the good deal.
You're like, I want to talk to Gerard from 1902.
I come with my ghosts kit, and she's like,
Yeah.
I just want to sleep.
I
Thank you very
come with
much.
my face pads to wipe off my tears.
Aw. And the ghost
And
comes in.
I just hope
wipes
there's
her
a
tears
pillow
away.
thick enough to clutch at night. I'm like, I'm
Aw.
good. Good.
Ghost or no ghost, don't matter.
Yes.
Okay, so should I tell my Airbnb story?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a good transition.
This whole episode, like I was like, can we do this episode because I have a story that I need to tell. So
Abe knows he's laughing in the corner.
Abe's off camera. He knows. He was there. Cameron was there too. So we went on a little road trip up north, and I'm going to set the scene for you. So we are going up north. We found a really rad Airbnb. And if you haven't used Airbnb, it's essentially just a website where you rent other people's homes. Sometimes the people are in the home and you're renting a room. Sometimes you're renting the whole house. There's different variations. So we specifically chose in our search requirements that we wanted the whole house. We wanted our own space, privacy. So we find this amazing house up at the top of this mountain, super private. It has a ton of land. It's beautiful from all the photos. The home looks amazing. So we are driving. We leave Southern California in the morning and we drive all day. We stop at a bunch of stops on the way there. And by the time we get close to the Airbnb, it's dark. Like you can't see anything out. And we didn't really, we knew where we were going, but we didn't really look on the map to see how intense it was going to be to get up to the house.
Oh, shit.
So we get to the bottom of the mountain and we're like, shit, there's still it's going to take us 20 minutes. And it only shows that it's a mile away. This is crazy.
Windy
So it was-
road,
it was
Mageddon.
literally hairpin turns back and forth. We had to go so slow. And also we'd never been there before and it's pitch black.
Yeah.
So we can't see anything. So we pull up to the house and it was probably about 10:30. It was late at night and it's off of a dirt road. We're like, are we going to the right place? It seems kind of sketchy. There's like a tent at the top of this hill. It's like just everything about it was like, oh, this feels weird, but it's fine, right? This house is beautiful. So we pull up, we unpack our bags. There's like a code on the door. So we get in, nobody's there. We were told that this is our own place. So we bring our stuff in immediately. Everyone like puts their stuff down. And what do? We scour for cameras, not because like, I mean, I do that in hotel rooms. I'm just cautious. I'm going into someone else's home. I don't know. He had a super rating on Airbnb, which is like, or super host.
Yeah, the little badge thing.
Yeah, it's like a, bloop. Basically you've been given the thumbs up and you've had a lot of people review your stay and they've given you good reviews. So we're looking around. We kind of go through the house. We check the closets. We look under the couch.
Which I never do.
There's like these little, they're not crawl spaces, but like architectural weird spaces above in the bathroom. So like we're literally, I'm crawling on the counters just to make sure there's no man sitting up there because you never know. So we basically check all of the house that we can see and get to. We look outside, nothing. There's a hot tub right off the deck. Looks awesome. So there is we go into the door and the way the house is set up, there's not really like a front door where you can tell what the front door is. The house is like, there's entrances all around the house. So we go into the door that has the keypad, but then to the left, there's another door that has like a knocker on it. And there's
no window?
There was a window, but it had like, the door was closed. And so we're walking through the house. We saw it when we pulled up, but then when we got into the house, we're like, wait, what is that? You know, we don't know what that is. And then the room that Cameron and I stayed in, our room had a door to outside. And when you opened that door, it was a walkway to the other door, the secret. It wasn't a secret room because we could see it.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, there's nobody in here. We checked for cameras. Like Cameron looked, like we made sure the glass wasn't like two-way mirrors. Like we did a thorough investigation.
How do you check for that?
So if you don't know how to do this, you put your finger up to the glass. And if the tip of your finger, your reflection is touching, like, so your reflection would be like this, like the nails touching, that means it's two-way glass. If there's a gap between your finger and the reflection, there's usually a tiny little gap.
Okay,
it's a regular glass. So we did all of that, thoroughly checked everything. And we're like, okay, it's late. Let's go to bed. We have an early day. We're going to go hiking, get up early. So we all go to sleep. It's fine. We wake up in the morning and we're getting ready. Pretty much like everyone has their bags in the family room getting ready to load up into the car. And I went out to go check the deck because we got there late at night and I didn't get to see the view. I was like, I want to go check it out. So me, Abe, and then our friend Kimmy are all standing on the deck. And Abe says to me, did you know that there was, Abe, what did you say? Did you know that there's I found a secret room in the back. And I was like, wait, no, the room that we saw that's like outside of our room. And he's like, yeah, but like, basically saying like, yeah, but like, come look at it. Oh, shit. So there's a hot tub. So we have to walk past the hot tub and we go to this room and there was a screen door, but then the door behind it was open, like it was cracked. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like somebody has been in this. Like there's somebody in this. And so Abe's like kind of peeking around. I'm like peeking around, getting ready to like knock to be like, hello, is anybody in there? Because this is crazy. There's like,
you got the whole house.
We're supposed to have the whole house. Yeah. So right as we're like, he's ready to like kind of like peek around, like, and I'm ready to knock, like we're going to go in there to see what's going on. This car comes like zooming down the driveway and it's a dirt road. So it's like dangerously fast down the driveway, stops right at the deck, gets out of the car like very quickly and very like just everything about it felt wrong. And he gets out, he like has his backpack on. And the first thing he says to us is, hey, where are you guys going?
Ew.
And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who are you?
Who is
Not
this
like,
person?
Hi, my name is Bob.
Oh,
I'm
hi.
Blah, blah, blah.
This is my house.
And immediately I just got like this crazy rush over me. And I was like, this is not right. And I went inside. I was like, I don't want to talk to this man. I don't want him to see my face.
Where was Cameron? Was he taking a poo?
No, Cameron was getting.
He's getting his lint out of his stomach.
He was getting ready. Like he was still in the room getting ready. And so I just booked it and I went into the room and I was like, Cameron, somebody's here. And he's like, what? I'm like, there's a man that just pulled up. So I'm kind of like just out of sight because the whole kitchen area, like the living room area, was all sliding glass doors, so you can see the beautiful view. So I'm like trying to like hide around the corner so he can't see me like staring out the window. Like, who are you? So Abe and Kimmy are talking to him, and they come in, and I'm like, what did he say? Like, who is this man? What did he say? And they're like, I was like, who is he? And he never even. They talked to him for quite a few minutes. He was asking what we were going to do, where we were going. He gave like tips about places to go, but never specifically said, my name is so-and-so. And Kimmy thought she heard him say his name was Paul, but the person that we were interacting with on the Airbnb app was not named Paul. And so
it was another apostle from the Jesus Tribute.
We're all just
Society.
kind of like uneasy because like, first of all, you fucking live
Judas.
here. Were you here all night?
Yeah.
Like, did we not know? Were you the creepy guy in the tent that just came down? Like, we don't understand. He didn't give us any answers. So we leave for the day and we're like, whatever, we're going to go adventure and we'll come back tonight. Hopefully he's gone. So we do our thing for the day. We come back, the car's gone. So we're like, good, at least maybe he like came to check on the place and then he left. So we do our thing. We're leaving the next morning. So we packed our stuff. We go to bed. 2 a.m, car zooming down the driveway. I sleep like a bear, so I didn't hear anything. Cameron and Kimmy were like just up right when they heard it. He saw the lights, he's awake. So I don't know how much time had gone by, but I wake up and I'm like all groggy and I just see Cameron standing at the window, like staring out
with
like,
a shotgun.
So our blinds in our room were also all like strategically like broken in parts where you could, if you're standing outside, you could see right in. But we're not thinking,
I mean, that's cool for cinematography, but not for like a living situation.
Not for we paid a lot of money to be here kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I wake up and I'm like, what? I'm like groggy. And I thought maybe he just went to the bathroom, but then he's like walking back and forth. And I start to get a little nervous, but then he just comes to bed and I'm like, what's going on? And all he says to me, he's like, I don't want to scare you. And I was like, why would you say that?
That's not the first thing you should say.
I was like, okay, either I'm thinking there's like a murderer, the murder man is back, or there's like a bear or something. And
awful.
he's like, I don't want to scare you, but he's back. And then immediately I'm like,
okay, Michael Myers.
like terrified, thinking, and Cameron's like, yeah, I was standing watching like under the doorway to see if there was like footsteps. Like we literally went to bed with like knives, like by our bed, because you don't know. It's just not worth it. I was like, at least if he comes at me, I can shank him.
A 4.96 review means nothing. When
Absolutely
you're up in the
nothing.
middle of nowhere. Like we can't stand for that.
So I was able, once Cameron came back to bed, I was like, okay, if he feels comfortable enough to lay back down, like I can go back to sleep. Still, obviously, he was pretty much up all night. I didn't sleep the greatest. I was able to sleep, but like freaked us the hell out. And who in their right mind just shows up at 2:00 a.m?
Yeah.
So then they started reading reviews on the Airbnb app like that night and like seeing all of these other people saying similar things about this person, which went by various names in the reviews. And I was like, well, maybe there's like a different property management kind of person that comes in. Absolutely not. They were describing the same characteristics, the same behavior.
Ew.
He just
Like,
gives a different name every
just-
time, probably.
I guess. I don't know if it's like a game for him. I don't know what it is. We didn't get murdered, but I feel like, what if it was just like a girls' night? Like, what if it was just us three and some
Which we
dude
talked
showed
about,
up?
and we were just like, if it was just like me and you and Kimmy or something,
We would have left. I would have I would have left.
Fuck.
Right at daylight.
Yeah, we literally woke up like once daylight hit, threw our stuff in the car, and we're like, peace
That's
out.
nuts.
Like, we did not feel comfortable there whatsoever. And then, so I get home and I'm telling Ashley the story, and she sends me a video.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched said YouTube video, and it's essentially like someone basically putting cameras into a hotel room, and then these friends
Showing
go
all
in,
the places.
showing all the places you can hide it. And I've seen these things before. I've seen hidden cameras, but some of them
You can
were
buy
like
them on Amazon. Like you can literally like have a black tissue box, and the thing is like pin
microscopic.
microscopic, and you go into a bathroom in a hotel or anything in Airbnb, and you're like, the last place I would look for a fucking camera is
in
my
the tissue box.
'Cause
Yeah.
I don't use tissue boxes when I go to places.
Yeah.
Or like the smoke detector.
Smoke detectors,
yeah.
like
Like all all of these things where you don't interact with these items. So you're like, why would I look there?
We checked most of the things. We checked the smoke detectors. We checked the air vents. We checked like kind of like a little crazy, but Cameron like literally looked in everything. He was like standing on the toilet, looking up like everywhere. But the one thing that kind of got me was the tissue box, because there's no way. All it would take, like, it looks like any Marriott hotel tissue box.
It
You
was
could
a
buy it and
black,
swap it out.
like snake
faux
texture.
leather tissue box. But so there was one thing that they did, and you see them all the time, and they're the bricks for charging a phone, the part that you plug into the wall.
Oh.
Not the cord, so just the part you plug into the wall. And so they make them, and they have cameras in them. Like, it literally looks like a tiny little dot. If you knew that it was something to look for, you would see it.
Yeah.
But when we were in this Airbnb, Abe and I were in the kitchen the first night we got there, and there was a brick plugged into the kitchen. And I pulled it out, and this is like, I'm like, ugh. I pulled it out, and I was like, that's weird. Oh, they must have just left it here in case you wanted to plug in your phone cord to it. And I plugged it back in, and I'm like, you fucking idiot. Like, but didn't even...
You don't know, because cameras are so small lately. Like, I feel like they're...
Well, they have them in glasses.
They have them
everything.
in picture frames. They have them in, you know, like places that you wouldn't... Like, I'm neurotic, but
water
I'm
bottles.
Also water bottles.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like freaking like clocks. Like, it was in like the 1 on the 10. And it was like all these things where when I go into a hotel, when I go to an Airbnb, the last thing I look at is like, hey, is the clock on the wall gonna like film me right now?
Right.
Like, because they could have, when you're going into an Airbnb, it's like someone's home. So they could have hundreds of pictures on their wall.
You would
Are
never
you going
know.
to check every frame?
Well, I am now.
Yeah, now.
We are now.
Now we are.
But they have those detectors.
I
now.
bought one.
Yeah.
I literally bought one after
Yep.
that night we had that conversation. So it's a little like RF detector, and it just looks like a little gadget with an antenna on it, and it
It's
detects,
like a ghost hunter
It is,
thing
looks like a
that
ghost
I would
hunting
use.
thing.
I wouldn't fuck for
It's like an
ghosts,
EMF
but, like,
detector.
Yeah.
But just for the radio frequency. So I literally bought one, and I was like, you know what? 2 can play this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy my own cameras too. So when I go to the Airbnb, and if your creepy ass is going through my underwear when I leave, I'm going to see you on camera.
And then they can see you in the camera going like,
Yeah. I don't care. I want
see
them to
you,
know.
bitch.
That's true, because if they know that you know, you got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're not going to probably murder me, like, because they know that I already know.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
yeah. Like, the worst I've been through with Airbnbs, like, I've been through some bad Airbnbs, but like the one that scared me the most was when I didn't live in LA and I came here, and it was really cheap. It was like $40 a night. So I
Oh,
should
this
have
was a guy, right?
Yeah, so it was a girl named Lindsay, and I thought I was booking with Lindsay, and then I get to the place, and it's a guy who shows up and opens the door in a towel and says
Was
his
his
name is
name
like
Lindsay?
Jeffrey or
Oh,
something.
no. 'Cause Lindsay
and
could
he
be a boy
shows
name.
me to the cot in the living room where there's not only bugs crawling on the wall,
He's
but
like
there's,
this, watching
there's
you.
3 other people watching some horrible show.
no.
And
I
I'm
didn't know there was
okay,
more
so,
people.
So what I like, it terrified me. So I dropped my stuff off, and it was kind of near Fairfax. So I was like Googling where the nearest Starbucks was. So I told him, I was like, I need to organize my stuff at Starbucks, and I took all of my luggage and just got out, and I was
just
like,
pieced out.
yeah, I ended up staying at like the Standard, and I was like, I can't afford this, but I feel so
But I don't want
uncomfortable.
4 people
I
watching
was
you sleep on the
horrified.
cot.
It was horrifying. Like, I was just like, you don't know, because all of his star reviews were fine.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
she,
and
like
you also
she or
think
he.
the people that sometimes people don't care about those things. Sometimes
No.
people are like, oh, I just need somewhere to sleep. I don't care that there's other people here. Everybody's standards are different.
Yeah.
And also you can make fake accounts and like put fake reviews.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah, for sure.
You can just
Oh,
make
yeah.
a ton of fake accounts.
I mean, I'm sure you can.
You can do anything on the internet.
Yeah. It's,
I've never tried.
So one thing
I'm
that we
scared.
also looked up too is like on Airbnb, you can actually, in their rules, you can actually have cameras in the common areas. So anywhere that's like the living room, you can't have them in the bedroom or the bathroom, but
For their security
for their
purposes.
security, which I get it. But most of the time when they divulge that they have cameras, it's never like in the top. And that was our thing with Airbnb. If there's someone staying on the property and you said that this was a private, like you have their own house, those things need to be disclosed at the very top. Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to
You can't
scroll down
hide
and
it.
find
Yeah.
it, you know? So Airbnb, poo-poo on you, because that wasn't cool. And this guy should not have a, what was it? Like the
I mean, obviously they have
the medallion.
they have knighted him as a good Airbnb host.
He's a
so
creep.
like
Demoted.
Obviously, he's not.
And even
We
if he's
see
not
you.
doing anything wrong, like that behavior was very inappropriate.
Yeah.
You know, and very uncalled for.
Well,
so
we know from Jeffrey Epstein that there's some sick fucks out there. So Airbnb is just our next slot of endeavors to tackle.
and just like, I mean, I would say just stay in a hotel, but hotels have also
You can
been
have the same situation.
Yeah, like major hotel chains have been caught putting cameras in
Yeah.
their bathrooms.
Starbucks
and-
has.
Starbucks, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But I
You're
feel
safe
like
nowhere.
Nobody's safe.
trust no
but
one.
those ones are usually like, aren't they usually like the cleaners and people that work there? It's not like the
Well-
hotel proper.
What I was thinking is like, what if like for
Oh, yeah, it's not
Comic-Cons and stuff,
Marriott.
like I
Yeah,
always
Yeah,
thought
like
like,
Marriott's not good.
You'd
Well,
hope-
someone
you'd
that
hope
works
not, yeah.
there.
like after seeing that video, like I was thinking about San Diego Comic-Con where they know all those hotels are going to be booked and there's certain people like of higher stature. that are-
Celebrities and
Yeah.
stuff,
And
yeah.
it's just like stuff like
They
that.
just buy the tissue box on
yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
That's
for real.
true.
You know, everyone needs to go buy the RF detector. It's literally $43 on Amazon, and then you throw it in your bag, and that's part of your routine. You
I'm
check
gonna
for
stay
murders.
indoors.
You check under
I'm
the
I
not
bed.
check for
Leave.
murders normally.
You check for.
I don't
check.
Now I
check
need to
for
start
pillows,
doing for that.
frankly, in the closet, and that's it.
Water bottles, because
Extra
I usually
pillows.
get in there. I just need to down a water bottle and I go to sleep and I'm fine.
I
Yeah,
just
but
look
now
for
add the
pillows.
RF detector
Now I need
to
to
your
add
checklist.
another
I check for
Everyone
mini
get
bar.
one. Be safe.
I'm gonna RF the mini bar for sure.
Wondering if that now I'm thinking about your story more. I'm wondering if like that's his house, but like he has it sectioned off where it's like his area and then the part that he like
Isn't
rents
that like
out.
a shed though?
But like
It was part of it. It wasn't necessarily like it was connected to the house, but it had its own entrance.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't using his own front door. He was using the door that had to walk by the jacuzzi to go into the side door.
well, I was wondering if maybe he like whenever he knows that someone's going to come and stay at his Airbnb, he like goes and like you said you saw the tent, so maybe he goes and camps while someone
But
stays
say
in his
that.
Airbnb.
Say, like,
no,
hey,
yeah, I'm
this
not
is-
saying
I'm gonna
it's
watch
right.
you.
I'm just trying to figure out.
And the whole
The
camera
backstory.
thing, the thing that like made me really uncomfortable was like right as we were literally about to open the door, he speeds up. So
Oh,
it would
it's
just
like, how does
it
he
just
know?
felt really like uncomfortable. He was for sure watching. Whether he was watching with his binoculars from the tent or watching on that
Ew.
kitchen camera.
Well, there's probably not a lot going on up there, so like you have to think.
Listen,
hey,
It's bored. He needs
this is
something
like
to
bird
watch.
watching for him. Except
I'm a
it's
human
like,
being, not a bird. And with that terrifying note,
Yes.
we will move on to our favorite, my
Our
favorite.
finger fondling of the coffin variety.
What's in the coffin? In 1 second. And the reveal for what's in the coffin happens now. So put your hands in the holes, ladies,
I don't want to.
and fondle it and tell me what it is.
Ashley has to actually touch it
oh,
this
wait,
time.
no. There's already a thing in there. I can't. It's like so big.
Yes, it's
so
it's
big.
touching me.
It's so big. Oh no.
Wait, this
What
feels like a
is-
plant.
What is it? Use your words.
What is that?
Words are good.
It's a mask.
Ew.
He's wearing a mask.
Who's wearing a
Is it the
mask?
Dark Lord
It's
mask?
my face in the morning.
Is it the Dark Lord mask?
Head like a hoe.
God damn it, AJ.
I'd rather die and give. Ooh, there's a little bit right in
Ashley,
there.
what do you think it is?
I think it's my future husband. I'm feeling his teeth
Something
right
tells
now.
me he's taken.
Putting my fingers in his mouth hole, feeling it up. I feel like he is
Where's the nose
willing
holes?
and able for me.
You get a nice close up of this fondling happening.
He liked that caressness.
Final guesses.
It's the Dark Lord.
Wait, but he's sitting over there. How was his head in the coffin?
We took his head off.
Is it though? Look at this nice front tooth.
So you know my goal. They could see what it is. I know what it is.
Huh?
I can't see what it is.
Oh,
see what it is.
oh! I
hello.
thought he said,
We're the
hold on.
contestants. You want me to pull it out?
No,
Oh,
Oh, baby.
there's multiple heads.
wait.
There's too many.
Wait.
Too much head.
Too many.
Wait. It's very large. It's probably the largest thing we've had in the coffin.
That's what she said.
It is
The Dark Lord.
You were right. I'm like, my goal is like, let me find something that AJ can't figure out in the first goddamn 30 seconds.
And then little did we know, we'd both figure it out.
But also, it's not just the Dark Lord because we had to put the Dark Lord on something.
Oh my God, is baby secret in there?
No way! It's having a baby.
You're trying to
Look at the
suffocate my baby.
Baby Secret is holding the mask up because otherwise he was just the floppy skeleton mask.
Yeah, you don't want it to be
it's a
floppy.
boy. Oh, it's a girl.
The girl.
Aw.
What?
Listen, what's
What's
that?
in the coffin, baby? Secret.
No shit,
That's
what's
what it
that?
is. Okay. All right.
I want to go
Wow.
next. I want to go next.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
I think you're ready.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, stop it! Ew! Ew!
What is
What
this?
is that?
Wait, is that your
Ew.
hand?
No, that's not my hand. This is my hand.
Just gonna sit back and relax.
It feels like it's.
Wait, it's
Oh,
like
I know what it is.
It's like one of those.
Does it have? Is one of those poop toys where you squeeze it and the poop comes out of the butt?
I
It has
wish.
little ears.
it
Has a
has
little
beans
face
in it,
Yeah, it's like
This
one of
is
those stress ball things.
It's a stress item.
but it has feet.
Don't we all?
This is the face.
Yeah, the face is there, but then
It
it
has
has
cute
4
little
little
ears.
legs.
You said it was $6.99,
Yeah,
so
man.
it's $7, and it has
Way
beans.
to stretch my bank account, you
Is it
fuckers.
stretchy?
And you
It feels
waited
like
in
it's
line for an
stretchy,
hour.
but it's very sticky.
I don't know what type of animal this
Can you feel
is.
the butt? Like if you squeeze it, does it
That's
have
what
the
she
poop?
said. It
has
does
a
not
little
poop.
tail.
You
I
know the
couldn't get
little,
a
like-
pooping one.
No,
was
it
gonna be-
doesn't.
It's not a pooping
It was
one.
going to be
No.
$11 more. You
Oh,
guys
that's
aren't
too
that
much.
special.
Jeez, okay.
But I'll give you guys. I'll give it
Give
to
us
the
a hint.
person who guesses it right
Oh,
It has little hands.
because it is a good stress buddy.
it's a. Is it?
It's an alpaca.
Nope.
Is that your fingers?
That's my face.
Oh, sorry. Okay, it's. Feel
I'm
the
trying
ears.
to feel the face.
You're usually good at fondling the toys in boxes, and you can figure out what it is. So this is your domain. And I also should put my.
That's why she's fired from Hasbro.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
I
this
can't
is.
tell
Does it have
what-
a tail.
Well, it has little ears, but they're
Might.
little. It's like a little dog or something.
Oh, it has a tail.
Is it a pug? Because it sounds like
Yeah.
it has a scrunchy face.
Pull it out.
Ah, that is
The
real
stress bug.
cute. I like
Get to
how you
keep
kept
it.
the tag
Because
around
Lord
it.
knows I don't want it.
That's super cute.
He's jiggly.
He doesn't
He's real
stand up very
cute.
well.
He's like me when I think about.
Aw.
He has like a cute little pink little.
We like
My
him.
summer
That was-
body.
That's good.
That was
he's
fun.
like he's stretching his little back leg.
and you
He's
can be
mid-walk.
burp.
Okay,
Anyways, that's my shit.
mine's
Yay.
mean. So
Yours is mean.
you.
Bring it. E, are we going? You're going.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay, this is
mine.
AJ's
This is
thing.
AJ's
but
and I want you to guys to keep in mind that I'm normally very nice. This is the first time that I'm mean.
But when you lead with your mean, I don't. Are you going?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Stop saying that. They're like making. Ah!
Ew.
Ew! Does it have a smell? Can we smell it?
I don't know. Ew.
Okay, this is pudding.
Get your hand in there, Ashley.
What is
Actually,
this?
you have to actually put your
I'm
hand
touching
in.
something. Oh, I just spat everywhere.
Oh, what? That's hard. What's this?
That's
Feel
what
this.
She said. I don't know.
Give me your fingers. Give it to me.
Ew.
Feel that. Ew.
It's
Is
pudding.
it a soap? This is a bar of soap. This is a travel size bar of soap from a hotel.
Yep, that's one thing.
Okay.
And
And
jelly.
And pudding.
No.
And what are these little bean pod things? Why are you laughing?
Is this
Stop.
Salisbury steak?
There's different sizes of beans. It's not pudding?
No.
Lotion.
I need a wipey.
It's lotion. I could smell it.
Well, it's a few different.
That feels like a vein.
Is this all things from a hotel?
It's basically.
It's like
Wait, what's
uncircumcised.
this? What is this string?
That's what I'm saying.
that hair?
It's uncircumcised.
Ew.
Ew.
Okay, hold on. So I got the
me.
soap and the lotion and the hairball and your cat's hairball. What are the beans?
I haven't touched any beans yet.
Oh, here, give me your fingers.
No, I don't want it.
Give me. Where's your hand? She's hiding it, huh? Give me your hand.
No.
You're not playing fairly.
I'm around the side. No, I don't
Here,
want
just
it.
feel that. Get that. What is? Oh, I dropped it. There's more. Hold on. Ew, what are the hairy? Oh, it's hairy attached to the stringy thing.
It's a tampon.
It's all the hotel amenities you
should've.
love so much. Okay, are
Should
we
I just
done?
tell you?
Should you tell us?
So
I-
it's,
Your
it's
last guesses. What do you think?
Okay.
It's a tampon that has been used by lotion and antibacterial soap with a hairball from a
cat.
cat.
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are wrong.
Yep. With soap. Did you say
So
so?
it's basically everything that you would
AJ
take.
just pulled out.
It's basically.
Ah!
It's basically everything.
I can't get my hand out.
It's mayonnaise.
I mean, I don't think this is really helping me.
Oh, I smell good.
There you go. Pull
It's
hand
like
out.
baby.
Here, I'll just do
Boudreaux's
it. I'll
butt
just.
paste. It's a thing.
Oh, that lotion's very nice and minty.
So it's
All right, let AJ do the
basically.
reveal here.
Ew! What the shit?
see.
It's basically everything you would need to travel, but mixed together.
Gummy bears?
No.
No.
No, it's like Advil with
Damn, I
like
smell good.
Dramamine pills with.
Did you ever put Destin in your butt as a child?
What?
Yeah, it's a
Wait, are you
thing.
talking to my mic?
Yes. What
yeah,
are the
it's-
crunchy bits that I'm rubbing lotion all in my hands?
There's sunscreen.
Placebo.
What's the string?
Hand sanitizer, floss,
Oh,
Floss.
pieces,
I said placebo. Like
pieces of gum.
Pieces of gum?
Yeah, I just
Pre-chewed?
I was just finding whatever. No, they're
You know what? It almost looks like holiday pudding. Like
there's
Like
pieces of tissue in there too.
tissue.
And then
It's in
dry
my
shampoo.
That's probably the little crusty,
Yeah.
little granular.
We love dry shampoo.
I mean, my hands feel nice and moisturized. They smell minty fresh.
Not
and
on
toothpaste.
And toothpaste. I
Just
rubbed
the-
it in on
you
both
don't need
hands.
both.
Yeah, you need to hydrate and moisturize.
I come up with a rash in the AM.
I think you should be me more often because that was a lot of fun. I didn't appreciate. Ew, it's all under my nails.
That's why I hate. That's why I'm always like, don't.
You don't even have nails.
I
you
have
sick fucker.
stubs, but it's underneath
I
my
have
stubby
nails.
nails. I'm gonna have to. Ugh.
You have to
Well,
wash your hands from disinfectant.
I'm gonna have to wash all of the
Oh, they're like
the
the Advil capsules are like
they feel like beans,
like little jellies,
like
yeah.
gummy beans.
Orbeez.
Orbeez.
We love those.
Orbeez.
We love Orbeez.
All right, Fiends, so that'll do it for this episode of Let's Get Spooky. Thanks for tuning in. You can also watch all of our videos at letsgetspooky.com. You can also listen on iTunes as well as Spotify. So thanks for tuning in, Fiends, and don't forget to
Stay spooky.
Bye. Oh, we didn't say our names, but you
Whatever.
guys know who we are. We've been here a long
My
time.
name is AJ. I don't know if you know me. Hi.
That's AJ. Okay, bye. That was good.